Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. Thank you to those of you who are here for the first time. Thank you so much to those of you who are returning. I so hope that you find the messages here are meaningful for you, inspire some reflection, and resonate with your life. So thank you so much for joining me. You're so welcome to be here, and I appreciate your energy and your support immensely. So today is Friday, April the 22nd. Happy Earth Day to everyone. I hope you all have had a great week. In my meditation this morning, I was guided to talk about love today. So, although oftentimes the messages that I receive for the collective are regarding spiritual growth, means to healing, self-reflection, self-awareness, energy management, understanding of our energy, our energetic expenditures, speaking directly on love is, as far as interpersonal relationships goes, is a little unusual for these readings for me. However, that being said, oftentimes interpersonal relationships is where we find the most healing. So certainly we have to heal ourselves at the core. That is, well, I should say, healing ourselves is always at the core of the issue, but oftentimes it's through interpersonal relationships that the traumas, the wounds, the old patterns, thought forms, behavior patterns are brought to the surface, highlighted. Because even though we may get to a stage in our healing and understanding process of ourself, being able to do that within ourselves, with ourselves, is one thing, but then doing that in an interpersonal relationship where we are triggered by someone else's actions or words who are, of course, out of our control is a totally different thing. So, that being said, let's see what Spirit has for us today. What does the collective need to know, please, Spirit, in regards to love today? So we have one card out. I'm using the Mystical Moment, or Tarot of Mystical Moments. Really beautiful deck. And has a loving vibe to it, so I felt I was guided to use this today. Hopefully y'all can hear the birds. And oftentimes I receive messages through nature, so we may get some additional messages from our visitors outside. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, I'm being guided to look at these two first. So let's see what we have. We have the Eight of Wands. You can see that. And the King of Wands. And in this deck, I believe there are masculine and feminine representations for all of the kings. So this is the masculine representation of the King of Wands. Fire energy, as you can see, the flames around coming off of his coat and off of the drum. He is literally beating the drum for something. very determined, very forward moving. And the feminine figure on the Eight of Wands is looking in a similar direction. Actually, she's not. No, I take that back. She is looking a little bit past him. Interesting. And elevating. Being lifted up on these updrafts of warm air created by the wands. That's a lot of fire energy. Eight of Wands is often quick movement, can be incoming messages, incoming communication of some sort, but moving at a quick rate of speed. These are not slow messages at all. And with the King of Wands there, that makes sense. Someone is very determined to be heard no matter how loudly they need to beat that drum. There's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of determination to persevere and be heard with that. So I feel like, yeah, maybe there's going to be some incoming communication. Now, for me personally, the King of Wands is normally speaks to an external source of this communication. Now, of course, this may be within you, with a realization that comes about from you, but I feel like for this situation, it may not resonate for you, but the energy I'm getting is this is an external communication that may be coming in for you. Okay, we have the Page of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And this energy feels like the collective I'm speaking to. So we have the Page of Swords here with the new ideas, wishful thinking. See the dandelion? He has a lot of thoughts here he's built up, and he's standing on top of that. That's a lot of wishful thinking. There's some childlike energy to that, being in a place of innocence. I don't want to say naivety, because it's not, it very much has an innocent energy to it, and a very positive and loving energy in that. But there is a lot of wishful thinking in that. His hand is over his heart, and he is very, very hopeful. At the same time, we have the Eight of Cups here, and the Eight of Cups often represents, cups are water or emotions, that often represents walking away from something. So in this situation, I'm feeling there's a lot of, and the feminine figure is, she has her back turned, she is walking away, but she has the ladybug here for luck. There are butterflies all around, the two swans for peace and divine love's the way it feels represented. Now there is the moon up here, so there may be a little bit hidden, but it looks like the moon is it's partially illuminated, and it feels to me this is the energy of moving towards a full moon, so full illumination as the light of the moon comes through the plants here. I almost get this miniaturized sensation, like Alice in Wonderland. So there's an energy of this, there's a smallness to this walking away from something. At the same time, there's this hope. So this feels to me, oh, you guys can't see it. Let's try this again. Okay, so this feels to me like there's this fiery, passionate, determined, incoming communication towards the collective. And again, this may not resonate for everyone. This feels very specific. And from then your perspective, it's asking you to, or Spirit is asking you to have hope, to approach it with a childlike innocence. There is a lot of knowledge here. There's a lot of lessons here. I mean, the page is a young energy, but in this representation, he's standing upon a lot of learning. So you have learned a lot, but you can still step into this energy of hope and dreams and wishes, and step away from the smallness. Walk away from the smallness. Walk away from past experiences which made you feel small. Allow yourself to step out into the clarity that is growing underneath the full moon. Understanding that Spirit is there with you in the dragonflies. Divine love is there with you with the swans. And there's transformation coming with the butterflies. Okay, that is a beautiful message, you guys. And I apologize for the playing. We've got more in here, but actually I'm feeling guided to use a different deck at this point. So, yeah. Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. Shall I use this? You guys get to experience my outstanding shuffling skills here. So, if you find yourself in a situation again, this message is, I'm recording this on the morning of April 12th. However, time is fluid. So whenever you find this is when you were meant to find this. Doesn't necessarily mean that this will be occurring right around the corner or even today. But just keep in mind in the future that if you find these incoming messages regarding interpersonal relationships of some sort, specifically romantic relationships, stand in trust and curiosity and in a little bit of childlike wonder and hope for the future. Understand that you have done so much learning. You can trust in yourself. You can trust in Spirit. And that actually by standing there in a powerful position, the page is, those books are pretty well, they're pretty stable. They feel stable to me in this energy, and there's a lot of hope there. Walk away from the things that made you feel small in the past. And that doesn't necessarily mean walking away from a physical relationship. It feels to me representative of walking away from one, feeling like that you need to remain small in order to be loved. And 2, feeling like you need to remain small in order to self-protect. And then 3, any wounds that you may have. I guess leaving behind the assumption that you must be small. And if you've been in relationships in the past in which you were put in that position, or you took on, allowed yourself to be, I don't even want to say allowed yourself to be made small, but made yourself small. Forgiving yourself for that, and forgiving the other person for that, so that you can move forward. Forgiveness is a huge, huge part of the healing process. Okay. Alright, let's see what else we have here. What else do we need to know about love for today, April 22nd, or for whenever this message is seen for collective Holy Spirit? Oh, the world. This feels like a completion of a cycle with that portal in the center with the compass. And the balance amongst the elements. Air, fire, water, earth, there we go. 8 of coins, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, guys. Yeah. So, feels like this is a really powerful message, you guys. So the stepping into these new situations with a newness, and not letting relationships, experiences of the past dim your excitement, your hope, your desires, your ability to open yourself. Trust in yourself and what you've learned in the past. You have this feels like a complete balancing that is available when we step into this new world that is being offered. We have the Fool in the middle, and this is a completion of a cycle, stepping into all that is possible. You've got the Ace of Wands here. Again, so much fire energy, so much passion, so much intensity. It's overflowing out of the volcano. And it's wanting to be born and seen and experienced. And this is the 8 of Coins feels like the reminder that you have done the work, you have done the learning, you've gained the lessons, you've got the knowledge. Yes, there's going to be continued work that needs to be done, but does that ever end? No, it never really ends. We're always learning, we're always growing. There are always new levels of awareness that we can come to about ourselves, about the world, about other people. But that's part of the joy of the experience. And having passion for that, having passion for what we're learning and gaining through this process. This is a whole new experience that we're stepping in. Okay, you guys can't see that so well, so let me show you the world. See the Fool there in the center? This is a completion of a cycle of the Fool's journey. We have all 4 elements represented here. They're all equally balanced. This is what's possible. Yes, there's continued learning and study that needs to be done, but finding joy in that process. Allowing there to be passion in that process of learning and going forward with passion, going forward with excitement, exuberance, action, allowing for a new experience. Okay, so let's do a Sacred Forest Oracle and then we'll wrap it up for today. Let me shuffle these real quick. Try to make this quick because I know this is getting kind of long. Actually, I totally lose track of time when I'm doing this, so I have no idea how long it's been. All right. One more shuffle since that last one wasn't so great. Yeah, you guys, please approach these new situations coming in with some it's not a complete sense of innocence, it's just childlike wonder and curiosity. Allow it to unfold in front of you instead of predetermining what you think it's going to be like based on your past experiences. That's really the key there, right? Don't prejudge it. That doesn't mean turn a blind eye to red flags or things that are not in alignment with you. His hand's over his heart there. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. You know how to do that now, right? For those that I'm speaking to, you know how to do that. And if you don't, then reach out to Spirit and ask to be guided. But please give these, I think there's one more, you guys. Allow these new opportunities to present themselves to you. Don't block them. Okay. Oh, there we go. We have, this is the Sacred Forest Oracle. We have the Storm Spirit, Chaos, number 42. With the lightning, this feels like a bit of a tower moment. Do you see the representation of Spirit here? Spirit has their hands out. In the storm is Spirit. So they're for these new things to come into your life. Here comes another airplane, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's not as loud. So for these new things to come into your life, there may be some things that need to be washed away by the storm. And it may feel chaotic, but it is guided by Spirit and we need to let it happen. And then we have, oh, I'm sorry, my cat. Then we have the Standing Stones Passage. Number 40. Look at the sky. See the colors? See how clear it is? She's walking through the passageway, guided by the cosmos, guided by the light of the stars. Number 40. Okay, so after the storm, you have clear passage. It's another portal, just like in the World card. 40 reduces down to 4. Balance. 42 reduces down to 6, which is also a number of balance. And I'm drawing a blank. There's more to that. But I think but since I'm drawing a blank on it, what is the more important message is stepping through this new passageway, being open to it, allowing the storm to clear out. If a storm comes, allow it to clear out what needs to go. And for some of you, this may be in the past. This may be what has already occurred, but this is just a confirmation for you of the reason why this had to happen. Or your experience in past relationships has been one of chaos. That is being cleared out now. The divine has stepped in, has always been there. But there was a reason to experience it, and that reason is this learning. But now you're standing here at the entrance to this passageway, and you have the choice to move through it or not. However, Spirit is asking you to approach it with curiosity and hope. Okay, and openness. Okay, you guys, that is our message for today. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it was meaningful for you. I would love to hear your comments. Please either send me a message, comment below, and let me know your thoughts, how this resonated, if it did with you. As always, I appreciate you so much for being here. Please, if you feel so called to, please like, share, subscribe to the page so that you are notified when I post again. And have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.